What is cracking with you YouTubers? It's your man King Howie. Shout out to the subscribers. Welcome back once again to KHTV, where now that we are in week 10, I did my power rankings. I'm gonna just read off my power rankings to y'all right quick of who I think the top 10 teams are going into the final stretch of the season. It's only 6 games left. I have the New Orleans Saints number 1 because Sean Payton is a hell of a play caller, and to win 5 games with Teddy Bridgewater and win a game with Alvin Kamara not even playing, you got to give it up to the Saints. Plus the defense is pretty good. Next up, number 2 is the New England Patriots. Belichick, hell of a defense, good quarterback, weak-ass division. Number 3 on my list, on my power ranking top 10, is the 49ers, just because they 8-0. They really haven't played anybody yet. They beating up on the sorry-ass AFC North. That's where they got majority of their wins. But, hey, they undefeated. That's what matters the most. My 4th best team on the power rankings is the Seattle Seahawks. You know, Russell Wilson is playing like the MVP right now. They pretty much doing it without the Legion of Boom. Russell Wilson he don't have a real good he really don't have a good offensive line. They lost a tight end. He got hurt. They brought in Josh Gordon as an extra added receiver. But they're getting the job done and they're winning games. They had some close shootouts with some questionable teams. They should have lost the game to the Rams when the Rams missed that field goal. They had a shootout with the Buccaneers, went to overtime, so hey, they winning games. The 5th best team I have on my power rankings is the Packers, 7-2. Gotta clean up the small bullshit that we going through right now as far as this defense. 6th best team, the Ravens. They run in the AFC North. Lamar Jackson is having an incredible season. You know, as far as being a running quarterback. Yeah, I got them as my 6th best team. 7th best team is the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs probably would have been higher if Pat Mahomes wouldn't have got hurt, but you know, Matt Moore did win a big time game against the Vikings. So I have them at the 7th position in my power rankings. Right underneath them is the Minnesota Vikings. Good defense still. They got the number 1 rusher in the league with Dalvin Cook. Kirk Cousins has caught fire as of lately, playing pretty well. Didn't play too good against the Chiefs, but he's having an okay season. Under the Vikings at the 8th position is the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson, you know, pretty much doing it all with a banged up offense. A lot of guys not really healthy. They just lost J.J. Watt, and the performance he put up against the Raiders was just incredible. So I got them at the 8th position. At the 9th position. And at the 10th position, I have the Los Angeles Rams, who barely, got into the top 10 position. But I still think they're a good team. Not too sure about their quarterback, but, I do think they have a good coach. And I think the Rams can bounce back in the NFC West and somehow try to get into the playoffs, because right now their playoff run started last week. So those are my top 10 teams, the power rankings: Saints, Patriots, 49ers, Seahawks, Packers, Ravens, Chiefs, Vikings, Texans, and the Rams. Now let's get into the NFC North division. Right now we are standing at the top of the division at 7-2. The Vikings are 6-3. The Lions are 3-4-1. And who would ever thought that the Chicago Bears would be 3-5 at the bottom of the list? It's only 6 games left in the season. I think the Packers got the Panthers, 49ers, New York Giants, Redskins, and then the rest of the games is our division. We got 3 division games at the end of the season. Just looking at the rest of the schedule, if we could beat the Panthers, the 49ers are going to be a tough game to play, but at least we get to play them after our bye week. That way we go into that game healthy, and we, have a week of doing our homework to see, to find out their weaknesses. Then we have 2 winnable games. We have the New York Giants and we have the Redskins. So that's possibly 3 wins right there that could put us at probably 10-3, 11-2 if we win all our next 3 games, and that'll pretty much sew up that'll pretty much close out the division right there. And then we could potentially beat the Vikings again. We could probably beat the Bears, probably beat the Lions twice, beat the Bears twice. The only games I see us losing is probably against the 49ers and the Vikings. Those are the only 2 games I could see us losing. So we could possibly be 12-4 or we could be 11-5 team, depending on how the rest of the season goes on. But we need to close this division out, become the division champs, be right back where we belong, and we need to push for a playoff bye. You know what I'm saying? It'd be good to go into the playoffs with a bye and a home game. I am thinking that the top 2 teams in the playoffs might be the Saints and the Packers, and let's not leave out the Seattle Seahawks, and let's not leave out the San Francisco 49ers. Probably, challenging us for a home playoff bye, or a playoff bye and a home game. So we got our work cut out for us. As far as the rest of the division, I don't trust Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. They'll probably, oh my God, they will probably, I could see them being a wild card game. But as far as the Lions and the Bears, I think their season is pretty much done, finito, finished, over. Might as well close the casket. Close the casket, bury it 6 feet deep, and cover it with dirt, because I think their season is pretty much done, cooked. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the Bears are going to recover from being 3-5, and I think Matt Patricia might have lost this team, lost the Lions. Who knows? So basically the division is pretty much between the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers, and I believe we could close it out. I think we got a huge chance of closing this division out. We're right there on the brink of doing it. We just have to get focused, get our heads out of our asses, quit doing a fucking jigaboo electric slide after all the sacks, and you know what I'm saying, all of that shit is fine. It's all fine and cool once the W was put up on the board. Then you could do all of the dancing and celebrating you want, but at the end of the day, we want to see wins. That's what we want to see. So, yeah, we got our work cut out for us. Hopefully we could get through these next 6 games without any major injuries. I know people are going to get hurt, but we need to get through these next 6 games with a high level of production, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side of the ball. So far, the Smith boys, Zadarius has 8.5 sacks and Preston has 8 sacks, so they both still in the top 10. We just need to get more production on the defensive side of the ball. So, yeah, man, this is gonna be a nice little stretch of games to conclude the 2019 season, heading into the playoffs. I'll come back to another division video probably right before. I'll do one right before we get to the last 3 games, where we have to play nothing but division opponents, which I like that. You know what I'm saying? We know our opponent real well. We know what they can and can't do, and we should have an advantage. So with that being said, man, this is your man King Howie. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment to the page, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate all y'all. Before this season is over with, I will have a giveaway. I will be giving away something. I just haven't decided what it will be. It'll probably be a Packer beanie or something like that. I'm still waiting to see if they came out with the new beanies this year. I usually buy every beanie that they come out with, so I'm looking forward to seeing what style they have. And yeah, man, that's it, man. I'm out.